On Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com, Trump returned to the courtroom Tuesday for his continuing criminal trial. And the city of Victoria continues the process of improving streets around the city. Plus, U.S. Marshals arrest a suspect from Victoria on Monday.
And we got another nice warm day today coming our way today, tomorrow, and even Friday. But we're going to have a chance for some showers coming our way tonight. We'll take a look at that in the weather coming up.
The Lady Flyers in action yesterday, and the program has a new football coach. I'll have that in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
And I'm Parker Cox.
And today it's the 17th day of April 2024. The time is now 6:31 on our Wednesday morning. And today it's National Banana Day.
Banana Day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good day. Got to get that potassium.
Oh, love bananas. They do have a lot of carbs and sugar.
Do they actually?
They do, but they have that potassium, which is really good for you.
Do they actually have a lot of sugar in there?
I believe, actually, well, definitely carbs. Yeah, I had to strike bananas out of my diet last year, but I do love bananas. My earliest memories are my dad kind of, getting the spoon and slicing the bananas.
Oh, really? You slice it with a spoon?
Yeah, you just peel the banana and you slice it with a spoon, and then you feed it to a toddler or whoever.
I can see that, yeah.
But yeah, I love bananas.
Oh, bananas are yummy.
Well, Parker, are we going to be having some summertime banana-esque weather today?
Well, actually, yes. We got some real tropical-like weather coming our way today, tomorrow, and even Friday, and even on Saturday before we finally get a cold front on Saturday night. That brings us some of that needed heat relief because we're going to be nice, warm, upper 80s tomorrow. We're going to look at that just a second because we're already kind of warm out there this morning. If you're tuning in with us, you're looking live here in Eastern Victoria. 74 degrees out there is definitely plenty warm. And also, that's actually a summertime low temperature out there for us. But dew point 2 degrees outside temperature. You got a 93% humidity. So it's a little bit humid out there. I'm not thinking it's enough for fog. You don't really see any fog here on the camera. So it kind of confirms my theory here. But some lower elevation areas might see some of that, just a tad bit more thick fog. So please be careful out on the roads if you do see any of that fog. But out there, all of us this morning here at the Crossroads are experiencing that lovely mid 70 degree temperatures. But along the coast, y'all are in the upper 70s because you're right next to that warm 76 degree water. And in fact, we are all close to that 76 degree mark because we're getting southeast winds coming out of the Gulf, bringing that warm air sitting on top of us for this morning. But we got, looking at your weather headlines here, we got possibility of some showers coming our way overnight tonight, right around 10, 11, and midnight tonight. But warm for coming our way tomorrow and Friday, and also some thunderstorms in the front, bringing the heat relief over the weekend. But looking at that rain for tonight, you can see mostly cloudy skies coming our way today, maybe a couple peaks of sunshine. That's going to get us to the mid 80s today. But like I said, about 10 p.m., 11 p.m., a couple showers starting to develop in our area before it clears before 2 a.m. But we got lots more beautiful warm weather coming our way this week. And we're going to take a look at all that more in just a few moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. Trump returned to the courtroom Tuesday for his continuing criminal trial. Trump has pled not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records. The charges are tied to a payment he made to an adult film actress at the end of the 2016 election cycle. The court continued with the jury selection process for the trial that Trump has to be present for. The trial could go on for 6 to 8 weeks. We'll go to Washington for more later. Now to safety in the skies. A whistleblower who's calling for a certain model of Boeing airplane to be grounded over quality concerns is set to testify on Capitol Hill today. Boeing insisting the whistleblower's claims are inaccurate.
Today, a congressional hearing is putting the safety and quality of Boeing's commercial jets in the spotlight. A Senate committee will hear from a whistleblower and a panel of experts who've called for significant improvements at Boeing. In a preview of his testimony, the whistleblower Sam Salehpour, a Boeing engineer, calls for the 787 Dreamliner to be grounded immediately. He claims the wide-body jets are not properly fastened and could eventually break apart over time, a claim Boeing calls inaccurate.
The entire fleet worldwide, as far as I'm concerned right now, needs an attention.
Salehpour has not yet provided any documented evidence. Boeing says the issues raised have been subject to rigorous engineering examination under FAA oversight. This analysis has validated that these issues do not present any safety concerns. Boeing on Monday invited cameras inside his plane in South Carolina, defending the quality of the plane.
It's actually the longest fatigue test of any commercial airplane that's ever been run.
Boeing has faced years of questions about its commercial jets. In 2019, its 737 MAX jets were grounded for 20 months after two separate crashes, including the downing of an Ethiopian Airlines plane, which killed all 157 people on board. The 737 MAX faced scrutiny again this January when a door plug blew off an Alaska Airlines flight, grounding the planes for 3 weeks. United now saying the grounding of those jets cost the airline $200 million. Today's hearing comes as Boeing wheeled out its Starliner at Cape Canaveral yesterday. The reusable rocket will launch 2 astronauts to the space station as early as next month. Before today's hearing, Boeing again defended its safety procedures, encouraging employees to speak up about any issues. The company says reports to an internal tip line for quality concerns are up 500% this year. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
To your viewer poll, you can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. We ask you, should more Boeing airliners be grounded? Okay, 92% of you say yes, and 8% of you say no. Thank you for taking part in today's viewer poll. The city of Victoria is in the process of improving streets in the city, but some residents say they're not going fast enough. Residents in Wanlin, Pleasant Green Drive, in that area of South Victoria say they still have to drive around potholes and down the center of the road to avoid them. 25 News Now has reached out to the city of Victoria's Public Works and will continue to monitor this story for updates. El Campo police arrested an Edna suspect Monday. 72-year-old Charles Abair is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child. The charge goes back to January 2016. He's in the Wharton County Jail in lieu of a $150,000 bond. U.S. Marshals arrested a suspect in Victoria Monday. 36-year-old Abraham Garamil of Victoria faces an assault of a family member, impeding breath or circulation charge, along with a violation of parole. He's in the Victoria County Jail in lieu of a $40,000 bond. On Monday, April 8th, officers with the Victoria Police Department and the U.S. Marshals Service Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force went to the 31,000 block of Sam Houston Drive to carry out an arrest warrant. Authorities also executed a search warrant and arrested Madison Stallworth. The 22-year-old is charged with possession of marijuana, the manufacturing and delivery of a controlled substance, and abandoning or endangering a child. Stallworth was taken to the Victoria County Jail and has since bonded out. The ceremonial flame was lit at the birthplace of the Olympic Games in Greece Tuesday. The ceremony, rich with ancient traditions, took place in the ruins of the Temple of Hera in Olympia. Actress Mary Mina, serving as high priestess, asked the sun god Apollo for help in lighting the flame. It was then carried in an urn to the ancient stadium, where it was given to a torchbearer, Olympic rowing champion Stefanos Touskos, along with an olive branch. The ceremony launches a 68-day torch relay set to culminate in Paris on July 26th. NASA has confirmed debris that hit a Florida home last month is a chunk of debris ejected from the International Space Station. The cylindrical piece of space junk is made of a metallic alloy called Inconel, weighing 1.6 pounds and measures 4 inches high and 1.6 inches wide. The pellet and its batteries were expected to disintegrate while re-entering the atmosphere, but that did not happen. All right, remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now, let's take a look at the clock. It is 6:39 on our Wednesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. April is Limb Loss and Limb Difference Awareness Month.
I'm ABC's Perry Russum in Washington. Meet some of the jurors in former President Trump's historic trial. That story coming up.
And also coming up after the break, we'll take a look at your school bus forecast, followed by your weather and health forecast. And later on Sunrise, take another look at the possible rain coming away and also the nice warm weather coming away as well. Well, good morning, Crossroads. If you are tuning in with us this morning and looking live at Cuero, pretty cloudy out there this morning, nice and warm and a little bit humid. And in fact, looking at your camera this morning, there could be just a tiny thin layer of some fog right there, right next to that water tower. So please be careful on the roads this morning. Some of us might see some of that really thin fog out there this morning. But also very nice and warm, like I said, 74 degrees out there. But the dew point matching that temperature, that's what's bringing your chance for the fog this morning. But if you're seeing our kiddos at the door, they don't have to worry about the fog. Bus driver does, though. About 75 degrees out there this morning, kind of like it is right now. Mostly cloudy and humid, but as we're heading back home in the afternoon, right around 3-4 p.m., 85 degrees this afternoon. Another nice, warm, and a bit of a humid day as well, mostly cloudy as well. But in the background, with that nice warm weather, there's also going to be a little bit of pollen today. Tree pollen's going to be high. Grass pollen's also going to be high as well. UV index is going to be high with those peaks of sunshine, and air quality is going to be moderate with particulate matter 2.5 microns could be in the main threat today. But we got lots more beautiful warm weather still coming our way, and we're going to take a look at that in just a few more moments. And that's it for weather. Good look at sports with Zach Brown.
St. Joseph softball in action last night, led 4-0 in the fourth, but then they allowed a 3 spot in that top half. But Shane Meismer able to stop the bleeding a bit by getting strike 3 swinging in the top of the fourth. But you can see she's clearly not happy, to say the least. Now the Lady Flyers trying to get the bats going in the bottom half of the inning. Bases loaded for Elena St. Jean, who smokes one into the left center field gap. It's going to get down and score 2 runs and put 2 runners in scoring position for Shane Meismer, looking to bounce back, and she helps her cause. Just gets it over that right field fence. She gave up 3 runs in the top half of the inning, got them all back in the bottom half. Flyers go on to win 13-3. The St. Joseph Flyer athletic program has found themselves a new athletic director, and he's also a football coach, and he's no stranger to the area. They are going with Jacob Vasquez, who is a 2001 graduate of St. Joseph High School. Vasquez had been at Concordia Lutheran High School in Tomball for the past 17 years, and since that 2007 season, the Crusaders have not missed the postseason once and were state runner-ups. In 2011, he's been the offensive coordinator of Concordia since 2013. He will also take over duties as the track coach, where he's excelled. His girls in Tomball won state 4 consecutive years, and his boys went back-to-back in 2017 and 18. Also, we've got quite the scenario for baseball between East and West. With the East loss last night, they need to win this Friday. If they win this Friday, it'll be East versus West Part 3 for second place in the zone. With your 25 Sports Now, I'm Zach Brown.
Thank you, Zach. All right, we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. 7 jurors have been seated so far. 11 more still have to be chosen for Trump's trial in New York. A look at who is on the historic jury.
So far, 7 jurors have been seated. 3 are women, including a teacher, a software employee at Disney, ABC's parent company, and an oncology nurse who said, "I didn't know I was walking into this." 4 jurors are men, including the foreperson who was born in Ireland and works in sales. 2 are attorneys, and there's an IT consultant originally from Puerto Rico who called Trump fascinating and mysterious, adding, "He walks into a room and he sets people off one way or another." Lawyers have been questioning the jury pool, looking at their social media for potential bias. One man was asked about a 2017 Facebook post where he wrote, "Get him out and lock him up." That man was dismissed from the case. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide a payment he made to former fixer Michael Cohen to pay off adult film actress Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about a long-denied affair. Prosecutors say Trump falsified documents to hide that information from voters in the 2016 election. Trump has pleaded not guilty.
I was paying a lawyer and marked it down as a legal expense. Some accountant, I didn't know, marked it down as a legal expense. That's exactly what it was. And you get indicted over that?
While Trump is in court, President Biden is on the campaign trail. He will be in Pittsburgh today to meet with steelworkers. Biden has said he would not be watching Trump's trial. Instead, he says he will be talking about the issues. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
April is Limb Loss and Limb Difference Awareness Month. Recently, PM Health Victoria hosted a meeting to support people dealing with limb loss and limb difference. Guest speaker Yvonne Yanez is a bilateral above knee amputee. She gave critical advice and a powerful message to inspire the group.
Be yourself and to be happy with yourself. And also, as an amputee, there's many challenges we face because we have lost a limb or two limbs, or sometimes even three, sometimes even four. What's important is that you set goals for yourself. You can be happy in your heart because you haven't changed. Your appearance may have changed a bit, but you are still the same beautiful person you always were.
The amputation support group gets together to discuss ways to overcome their losses and differences. Newcomers are welcome to attend. The time is now 6:47 on our Wednesday morning. Still to come, Caitlin Clark made history in college as NCAA Division I basketball's overall top scorer.
Well, good morning, Crossroads. I hope y'all been loving all that nice warm weather we've had the last few days. Yesterday we got up to 83 degrees, and on Monday we had an 84 high. And today I'm thinking right about the same thing coming our way today, even the cloud cover. In fact, looking at your satellite this morning, you can see just a little bit of clouds over us this morning, mostly cloudy skies. And I'm thinking whatever's coming out of the southwest or even west-southwest over there over the mountains of Mexico is going to come our way for today. So all that mostly cloudy skies is what I'm thinking it's going to be for today. But looking at your future tracker here, you can actually see just a little bit better here. What's going on here is we got this low pressure system that just gave North Texas some severe thunderstorms on, I think it was Monday for the storms, but that low is going to start pushing northeast out into the Great Lakes region, and that's going to bring, we're going to get the tail end of this dissipating front overnight tonight, and that's why we're going to get maybe a couple isolated showers right here along the coast. But then there's going to be another low that starts forming right behind it in Colorado, and that's going to form a cold front that's going to come our way overnight Saturday night, and that could bring us some storms overnight Saturday night, but also cooler weather when we need it because we're in the upper 80s over the week. We're going to take a look at all that more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. Caitlin Clark made history in college as NCAA Division I basketball's overall top scorer. And the superstar is now poised to break new records with the Indiana Fever in the WNBA. Clark was selected as the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft on Monday. Her star status, however, shines a light on a striking disparity between her salary and those of her male counterparts in the NBA. Clark will earn a base salary of $76,500 in her first season, with 4 years' pay equating to $333,000 as determined by the league's rookie scale for top picks. In comparison, last year's top pick in the NBA draft locked in a 4-year contract worth $55 million. Google cracking down on third-party apps that block YouTube ads. The international technology company announced viewers who are using third-party apps may experience buffering issues. Users may also see an error message saying the following content is not available on this app when trying to watch. Google noted purchasing a YouTube Premium account may be the only way to escape ads. The tech company started ramping up enforcement on ad blockers last year when it started restricting YouTube video playback for people using ad blocking software. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Severe storms moved through Missouri Tuesday, causing damage in several areas. Severe storms moved through Missouri Tuesday, causing damage in several areas. The National Weather Service says preliminary storm results show that an EF1 tornado touched down near Smithfield Tuesday. The storm brought winds up to 95 miles per hour. The EF scale categorizes tornadoes based on wind speed, with EF1 indicating speeds between 86 and 110 miles per hour. The severe weather caused significant damage to buildings and brought down trees and power lines. So far, no injuries have been reported as a result of the storms. Authorities in Hawaii will release an action report on the deadly Maui wildfires this week. The state's attorney general is scheduled to issue the first phase of findings later today. The report was conducted by the attorney general's office and the First Safety Research Institute. It will come one day after Maui fire officials released an after-action report regarding the August 2023 wildfires that devastated the town of Lahaina. The blaze took the lives of 97 people. No official cause is revealed yet. A new report estimates the United States fraud losses exceed $233 billion annually. The rough federal estimate was released Tuesday in a report by the Government Accountability Office. It shows the U.S. government may lose between $233 billion and $521 billion to fraud each year. The first of its kind analysis was based on spending between 2018 and 2022. It follows a week after the White House endorsed new legislation to crack down on fraud, including identity theft. The organization cautioned its new figure is incomplete and imprecise due to a lack of reliable data. A circus elephant broke loose in Montana Tuesday. The elephant that belongs to the visiting Jordan World Circus broke free and went for a stroll through Montana, visiting shopping centers and neighborhoods alike. The elephant walked through traffic and even stopped for a bathroom break on somebody's lawn, making for a once-in-a-lifetime story. After the elephant's day out on the town, they would eventually be corralled, and they're now safe and sound with their handlers. A reminder, North Street will close between Lawrence Street and George Street from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. today and Thursday. The closure is part of the Lawrence Street waterline replacement project. All homes and businesses in the area will remain accessible. A South Texas candidate sues his town for records. He says will prove his opponent's corruption. You can read this story by the Texas Tribune on our website, crossroadstoday.com. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And now we have time for a final check of our forecast with Parker. Parker, it's a cloudy sunrise for us.
Yes, it is a cloudy sunrise, Carolyn. In fact, if you're tuning in with us right now, you can look in here in Port Lavaca. Look at that nice cloudy, mostly cloudy sunrise. Maybe a little peek in the sun right there, but nice, warm and humid out there this morning if you're getting out there to see that sunrise. Cloudy sunrise, 77 degrees out there, but the humidity a little bit humid out there, 91% with the dew point 3 degrees off from that temperature. But we've got another nice, beautiful, warm day coming away today, getting up to about 85 here in Victoria under those mostly cloudy. Clouds are going to be flirting between mostly cloudy and cloudy all day today for all of us in the Crossroads, but about the same thing at Cuero, getting up to about 84 today under those mostly cloudy and cloudy skies, and about the same thing at Port Lavaca as well, just a little bit cooler though, around 81 or 82, but we got lots more beautiful weather just like that coming our way for the rest of this week, but getting to the upper 80s tomorrow and Friday, and we got heat relief coming over the weekend.
The heat is coming, Parker.
Yes, it is. It's starting to feel a little bit closer to summer.
I'm going to have to start wearing that sunblock and the mosquito spray.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Oh, yeah, that too, because the mosquitoes come out. But I want to throw those shirt sleeves back on.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Parker. And thank y'all for joining us. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Remember, follow us on our YouTube channel and join Karina, Don, Mac, and Zach today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.